One, two, one, two. Mic test, mic test. Are we on? Are we recording? Are we alert, my people? It is your one and only young OG from Cali 160, and the Kong, and this is the podcast, Kong Radio. It's another time, it's that hour again that we go bigger, bolder, or go home. Today's topic I want us to talk about the CEO laid off factor. Indeed, we are living in very trying times in Kenya. A lot has changed. We have new leadership, and there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to embrace, the times that we are in. Being that it's all about today the CEO laid off factor. Like I said, so much has changed. Companies right now are having to adapt to one or two things. One of those major things is that companies are like either you find yourself having been fired, or you are laid off. And today is that factor of the laid off factor. You get to ask yourself whether this is a blessing or a curse. It depends with how you look at things. It's all up to you. But what I know is that behind every situation, there's always a blessing and there's a curse. It is a curse if it has happened to you. You just find yourself like one day you are having a job and another day you're not having a job. You've been told like you go home and wait for things like to cool off or the economy to change, then you're going to be called. The reason as to why so many people take it to be a curse and not a blessing. For me, I get to take it on a lighter note. I consider there's a blessing and a curse, but on this fact is that so many people consider it to be a curse because they've been given a blow, and it caught them randomly because they did not expect it. It is a curse because should you have decided that, all right, you've been given a blow, what next? What do you do? That's the time that these hard questions come around and you're trying to figure out things. It is a curse, yes. If you decide to stay right there down at the pit, instead of rising up to the occasion and smell the morning coffee, because this con is so major to so many people. It doesn't mean like to rise up and have pros in your life. Forget about the cons. Just get up, dust yourself off, and get to find out what blessing is that. It is a blessing because it is that moment when you get to realize that there's so much you can do right now. You have so much time on your plate. Get to find something new to do. Just keep your mind busy. Keep your mind away from thinking. As for me, it never came to me as a shock. I knew what to do. I started learning a new skill, of which I had already had this skill. Like what happened is that I'd kept it aside so that I could be able to focus on my work. But this time around, I went back to my skills, picked it up, polished it, and I started. You see, when you've been laid off, like I said, you have so much time on your plate. Get find a new skill, work on it, become the best version that you can be. Become bigger, bolder, or just go home. See, that's the reason why it's a blessing. You get to know who really are your friends. Will they be there for you Or will you be just by yourself adapting to the new change? It is inevitable. It has already happened. Now this is the time that you get to realize where your power is at. All I can tell you, find something new to do, work on yourself, become bigger, become bolder, take bold steps, and start moving forward. Learn something new, work on yourself. Work on that one thing that you kept aside for quite some time and watch yourself grow. Because you see, here at Kong Radio, we believe it's all about bigger, bolder, or go home. This is the moment to get to know who your friends are. This is the moment when you get to know who your loved ones are. Will they be by your corner, or will you be left alone? Either way, remember, God first. You are not alone. There's just so much to do. Ask God to just direct your steps. And believe you me, you will find a balance. Just don't be in that pit and give up on yourself. Rise up to the occasion. Like I said, smell the morning coffee and you'll be alright. How about you leave your comment? Be open-minded and just leave your comment and see you on the next one. This is the podcast, Kong Radio. Signing off.